Goldust versus the Godfather for the Intercontinental Championship? Holy shit, take my money! Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this. It's another episode of 1999 Sucked Revisited, and tonight we're going to do the show that kicked it all off. 7 years ago, something like that, I first reviewed Backlash 1999, and that is what we're going to review tonight. And as a special treat for it, I'm going to wear the exact same t-shirt that I was wearing when I did that vid. Isn't that amazing that I've still got this? And you know something, this is the first time in years I've worn this shirt, because I've lost a load of weight. I can actually fit into an XL shirt again. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it is April the 25th, 1999, and we are live at the Providence Civic Centre in Providence, Rhode Island. There are 10,939 fans on hand. Many shows have happened in this building. 4 matches occurred on Heat tonight. 4! Get these that you missed. Val Venus and Nicole Bass defeating Ivory and D'Lo Brown. Droz and Prince Albert defeating Too Much. Kane defeating the Big Boss Man on Heat. Why isn't Kane on the actual pay-per-view? I don't know. And finally, Viscera defeating Test. I know that you are as gutted as I am for missing any of these matches. On Heat also, Shane McMahon, who is the guest referee in tonight's main event, he made the match a no-holds-barred match. And also, if that's not enough, he says that if Austin touches Shane, he loses the championship. Before we go on, this show did a 1.06 buy rate, approximately 398,000 buys. Oh yeah, should we get on with it? Because we've got a lot to get through. Bradshaw, Farouk and Midian defeating the Brood in an alright opener. Brood were part of the ministry, but when Undertaker started trying to crucify women, it was Christian who told Ken Shamrock where Stephanie McMahon was so that he could save the day. Undertaker was not impressed with Christian and started attacking Christian, and the Brood couldn't really watch their brother getting owned, so they attacked, and the Brood have left the ministry. And we have this match. King starts off by telling us that Bradshaw doesn't like being called Bradshaw now, but then doesn't bother telling us what he likes to be called. That's an odd one, isn't it? Got some nice double team work by the Brood. The crowd not interested in the majority of the match. Edge is your vampire in peril. There's a sign in the crowd that says Nicole Bass is my father. I've seen this one before, but it makes me smile every time. Midian sucks chant appears out of nowhere. The crowd have been completely quiet until this moment. So you've got to imagine that Midian isn't in the match at the time. He's on the apron. He must have been taunting them or something like that. Farouk is evil, so it's Chinlock City, bitch. Midian goes low while the referee is distracted, but Christian gets a lukewarm tag, gets a reverse DDT for 2. The Brood give out all kinds of beats until Christian can get 2 off a DDT, a tornado DDT, sorry, a DDT that you saw on 2 of the guys were brawling at the ramp, right, on the entranceway, and you should focus on that. And if you looked in the background, you saw this really nice tornado DDT go down. Jim Ross marked out like a bandit for it. We barely saw it. Crowd come alive as Pearson gets 10 punches in the corner. He wants 10 punches. He gets 9, but then gets a proper get the fuck down powerbomb by Bradshaw. Edge gets 2 off a missile dropkick. Christian dives onto Farouk, but gets caught, so Farouk's got him like this. So Edge does another baseball slide into Christian, which knocks Farouk down. That's a nice little thing. But out comes Viscera. He squashes Christian, so Bradshaw can hit the clothesline from hell, which gets the win at 11:38. I was expecting this to be really fucking really deathly dull, but it had its moments, and especially towards the last few minutes. It's the first few minutes this were pretty dull, but the last few minutes were pretty good. Originally I went 1 star back in the day. It's the only match I actually thought, oh, I'll go and watch what I thought, because I thought no, come on, I don't want to be influenced. But yeah, 1 star back in the day, 2 stars here. In the back, The Rock is here. He's got Austin's Smoking Skull title belt, and he's dragging it alongside him. So Jim Ross flips out, saying, "Oh, I've got no respect for that damn title," even though it's not actually an official proper title, is it? But anyway. So our next match is Al Snow defeating Hardcore Holly in a terrible match to win the Hardcore Championship. God, I hated this match. Al blades immediately as we leave the ring, and we bring on the weapons. Crowd, excuse me, you know how this one goes. crowd brawling, weapon shots in the ring, weapon shots on the outside, brawl into the back where Hardcore Holly finds a kitchen sink. That made me smile, but he doesn't get to use it, which is a shame. Brawl outside, brawl into one of the production trucks, brawl on top of a car. Brawl just back to ringside. In the ring, we get some more weapon shots. This time, a frying pan shot. That shot gets a 1 count out of the ref. A 1 count from a frying pan shot. Holly superplexes Snow through a table, right? And get this. This is it makes me so vexed. Snow uses head that gets the 3. So this is what I've said before, again and again and again. All this shit that happened in the backstage area and all these stuff that went down, and you used a frying pan and that gets win. But a mannequin's head is just the most deadly weapon of all the times. Bam! 1, 2, 3. Fuck off. 15 minutes this one went. All the brawling and all the shots, Black head gets the win. Hated every second of this, it's way too long. The majority of it in the back, so of course there's no crowd reaction because they're not brawling in front of the crowd. Awful finish, hated it. Earlier, we saw Austin arrive. In the back, Undertaker gives the ministry a bit of a pep talk, and he starts... Oh no. He talks about the return of the higher power, and you all know what that fucking means, don't you? The Godfather defeated Goldust in a crap match to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Retain, I hear you say. Oh yeah. So, the night after WrestleMania, because of reasons, Goldust defeated Road Dogg to win the Intercontinental Championship. Goldust 2 weeks ago was meant to face the Big Boss Man in a championship match, but the Godfather bought the Big Boss Man's title shot by giving him some whores. Here, have some hoes. So Godfather got the title shot, Godfather won the match. Remember how prestigious the fucking IC title was? I mean, bear in mind, the IC title belt up until recently had been if you're the IC title, if you're the IC champion, you're going to be springboarded off to main event. So you've got people like Road Dogg holding it, you're going, nope, and now you've got Goldust holding it going, nope, and now you've got Godfather holding the belt over this paper, you go, not a fucking chance is this guy going to be a main eventer. Blue Meanie is with Goldust and he mocks Sable before the bell. That's interesting. Meanie distracts the referee. Sorry, there's nothing to this match at all. There really isn't. Meanie distracts the ref. Goldust gets some powder. It's launched into his face. Goldust attacks Meanie, thinking it's Godfather, even hitting him with the Shattered Dreams. Now this would be highly, highly entertaining if you think of there's one problem, and that is that the Blue Meanie, Goldust, he may not be able to see because he's got all this powder in his eyes, but he can still hear. So when the Blue Meanie is begging him, please don't do this, Goldust doesn't think, oh, that sounds just like the Godfather, I'll go and kick him in the balls now. So it sounds like Meanie, oh, best not. No, he still does. Ho Train and the Deathfly Driver get the win for Godfather at a mercifully short, and this is the saving grace of this one, 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Rubbish, but sure. Cole talks to Al Snow. Al Snow talks to Head, and yeah. You can probably imagine how long goes. Yeah, Outlaws defeating Owen, Hart and Jeff Jarrett and match to win, become #1 contenders to the tag team titles. Deborah has a bikini and a jacket on, meaning that there's not much left to the imagination, as you can probably imagine. Oh dear. Is this match for the puppies? King asks. Yes, King. It's for tits. Dogg tells Deborah to get him out, but Jeff and Owen won't let her to Big Boo, so Billy goes to show him his ass. And of course this makes the fucking heels mad, because they don't want to see no ass. Oh no. For some reason. Heel controlling Dogg as the fans erupt in a deafening "Show your puppies. Go and see some tits in Playboy, you fucking pricks!" I'm sorry, that one just burst out at me from time. "Show your puppies." Holy Christ, the chant is loud. Double teaming, distracting the ref, fast tags, all the usual stuff you expect from some heel tag teams, except the way, my God, King just won't shut up about the tits. He just will not shut up about those puppies. He even tries to whistle at her. I can't whistle, you see. Hey, come here, and you're like, you creepy little fucker. You are a creepy, creepy man. It makes you cringe as a 32-year-old man watching this going, ugh. Because like I say, it's the Playboy thing. It really is. Owen gets the sleeper rod that Dogg reverses into one of his own and hot tags Billy, who gets a sweet power slam for 2. He ends him on the outside and Deborah tries and fails to distract Dogg. He gets a pump handle slide complete with the "I'm fucking you up the ass" and the crowd go, "Way!" Like, why are you cheering for that? Why? Owen counters a dropkick into the sharpshooter, but Billy gets the famous on Owen while they're doing the sharpshooter. It's all good. Gets the win at 10:27. I enjoyed the match as it followed the generic tag team formula. I hated King, truly hated him, and have written on my notes here doing his horrible, creepy commentary. Dude, just pick up a copy of Playboy if you're that desperate to see some tits. Fair, yeah? 2 stars. In the back, Cole is with Shane McMahon. He asks Shane how he can be impartial in a match like this, and Shane swears on his grandfather's name that if Austin makes a cover, he will count. Shane then runs down Vince. Then Kevin Kelly is talking to Vince and Steph. Steph says that Shane knows what he was doing by swearing on their grandfather's name. Vince says that he hopes that tonight Shane isn't making a big mistake. In case you're wondering what's going on here, because it was one of those, what the fuck's actually happening here? Everyone was all good at WrestleMania. Basically, with all the stuff that's going on with The Undertaker, Shane feels that Vince has sort of taken his eye off the ball, and he's basically fired him from the corporation, and Vince is going, right, fine, fuck it, I'm going to go and take care of my family, you go and take care of the business. So Shane is basically being Vince at the moment, which is why he's the guest referee in the match tonight. Next, Mankind defeating the Big Show in a crap boiler room brawl. Did not like this match one bit. Brawling, weapon shots. Mankind smashes a big piece of glass over Show's face, and they both blade. Mate gets chokeslammed through a table that has more glass on it, and then he goes through some more glass, so he's covered in blood. It looks like he's legitimately had his hand bust open, because we get a great visual. It's the only thing I actually genuinely remembered about this match was that he tries to crawl away, and because he's pissing blood out of his hand, when he puts his hand down, it leaves a great big bloody handprint. That's fucking great, but it's just brawling and weapons and brawling weapons, no selling, no reason to care. And more importantly, you sat watching this going, right, if you were going to do this very match, why have a hardcore title match as well on the show? We've seen it all already. In that hardcore title match, they brawled into the back, you know? So they did loads of stuff that you're doing now an hour later, and you expect me to give a fuck? I don't care in the slightest. Mankind escapes, and then, you know, that's what means he wins the match. But then he gets beats from the corporation, which is lovely. I would go 1 star if you're particularly nice, all right? Honestly, this is a dud-rated match. In the back, China runs down X-Pac. Then Triple H does the same, saying that he's going to break X-Pac's ass. I made your ass, and I'm going to break your ass. Just his ass. Then we see Big Show being stitched up, and then we show Mankind. He's showing us the remnants of the boiler room for reasons. For funsies, I guess. Triple H defeating X-Pac in match of the night. Oh, yes, it is. At Mania, Triple H turned on X-Pac at the end of his match with Shane McMahon. Pac is one half of the tag team champions with Kane, which is nice. Triple H, of course, is a big bad heel now, so he has generic rock number 4 as his entrance music. He still has his long tights, you know, the DX style ones that go down to his knees, but they're black and white now, so he's definitely a heel. But, you know, long tights don't equal main event. Sorry, that's just the way it works. Got to have shorts. Got to have short tights, if you remember. Long tights scream main mid-card. They just do. Match is very back and forth until X-Pac misses the Bronco Buster, hurting his neck in the process. Oh yes, this allows Hunter to start to work the neck slowly, methodically. He gets 2 off a neck breaker, which is a very dangerous move because he could have broken his neck with it. Let's think about that. Hunter locks on a front face lock, then drops a knee on the back on the neck twice. That gets 2. Hooray! A Dragon Sleeper keeps the pressure on the neck. Hunter follows with a face buster that snaps Pac's neck back. Oh god. On the outside, China drives Pac into the barrier. Hunter follows with punches on the apron. Pac sells them by yelling, "Oh shit!" As Hunter is evil, he locks on a sleeper. Pac counters into one of his own, but Hunter comes quickly back with a belly to back suplex, which of course dumps Pac on his neck. Oh yeah. Pac comes up with kicks, a flipping clothesline, and a sweet tornado DDT for 2. China distracts the ref so Pac can go low. On the outside, Hemsley is whipped into the steps, but the referee is bumped, and all of a sudden I've got a bad feeling about this one. Inside, Pac gets the X Factor, but there's no referee, so Chan can go low, and then she hits an inverted DDT, which of course lands Pac on his injured neck. Oh yeah. But here's Kane, complete with the lights going out and his music playing. It's like, oh, best run away. No, I'm just going to sit in the ring and wait for him to come. Stupid. Anyway, he wants to chokeslam China, but Hunter makes a save and gets chokeslam. And then Kane just goes, fuck it. Chokeslams China as well because he can. Kane leaves, then both prepped up in the he puts them both in the corners, so it's Bronco Buster each. But out of nowhere, while X-Pac's doing his one on China, Triple H makes a miraculous recovery and hits the pedigree, which gets the win at 19 minutes and 19 seconds. Is it bad that I enjoyed this one? This is match of the night for me. Genuine, good length, crowd were into it throughout. Perfect storytelling, which played into the finish. Pedigree, neck, bam, done. Happy days. One thing I do need to note is commentary here. Jim Ross's commentary was fucking great in this match, really pulling for X-Pac, really wanting X-Pac to do well. And he even said once Hunter had really started to work the neck, Jim Ross was like, look, I'm going to go and ring the bell myself for this kid. It's one of those, look, stay down, take the 3 count, live to fight another day. Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant. King redeemed himself a little bit from the previous matches, whereby, it was constantly on X-Pac's case, constantly bigging up Hunter. It was really, the dynamic just works so perfectly. It was great. The Undertaker defeating Ken Shamrock. No build-up package for this one at all. We go straight into it. Basically, Taker crucified Ryan Shamrock because he couldn't do it to Steph. I want to crucify Steph. Steph isn't about, I'll do it to you. Come here, and gets crucified. Ken wants revenge. Do not like what they've done to Taker's entrance music here. You know that I'm a big fan of his ministry music here, but here they've slowed it down a lot. It just doesn't sound right at all. So Taker controls until Ken can start to attack the leg. Not much happens until Ken can get a leg lock on. He kicks the leg and locks it again. Taker, to his credit, sells as we go outside, where Ken continues to work the leg as a fan shouts out, "Shut up, you fat bastard," at Ken Shamrock. Taker comes back and goes to the mat, so Ken gets an armbar. Taker goes to work on the back of Ken, driving him back first into the ring post, getting a backbreaker, and then getting a fucking bow and arrow lock. One of my absolute favourite submission moves. And you start watching and go, where did that come from? And why? And where did that come from? And why don't you do that in every match? And where did that fucking come from? Crowd don't care one bit, by the way. Ken gets an ankle pick, but Taker counters into a half crab. Taker gets the big boot, but Ken gets 2 off of Rana, then the ankle lock, which Taker counters immediately. He knows exactly how to counter it. He wants a tombstone, but Ken counters into the ankle lock again. Bradshaw comes out for the distraction. Taker wants a chokeslam, but it's countered into another armbar. Barrett distracts to break. Ken gets a belly-to-belly suplex, and then like an idiot, like an actual idiot, he goes, I know how I'm going to finish off the Undertaker. I'm going to hit a tombstone power driver. And Undertaker, being Undertaker, just goes, look, I know how to counter a tombstone. You do this. Counters it, bam, tombstone power driver. Gets the win, 18:53. Match was really good psychology-wise, but the crowd didn't like it. And to be honest, despite what I said about the previous match, this one felt too long. This one got boring quite quickly. So 2.5 stars. That's what I'm happy to go with. Beats for Shamrock from Bradshaw after the bell. So there's your next program for Ken. Steve Austin defeating The Rock in a alright no-holds-barred match to retain the WWF Championship. So Austin won the belt at Mania, as we know, but he wants his Smoking Skull Championship belt. You know, the one that Vince had taken off him last year. What, Breakdown? Nice little bit of continuity about that. You don't see that in wrestling very often. I like that. Well, you don't see it often enough, shall we say. Rock has got the Smoking Skulls belt. He chucked Austin and the belt into a river, and then a week later delivered a eulogy for Austin. But yeah, oh look, he's still got the Smoking Skulls belt. So Austin got revenge in Austin style by running over the Rock's rental car with a monster truck because he could. How's that sound? Also that same night, while he was delivering the eulogy, Shane McMahon, who of course is the guest referee here, had hit Austin with a shovel because he could. How's that sound? So before the match, we see Vince putting Stephanie McMahon into a limousine, which is good for him, or good of him even. Shane gets a guy to take the Smoking Skulls belt back, when the match starts. Brawling! Oh, so much brawling. Austin, actually, should we do a game? How many wrestling moves will there be in this match? So Austin gets a Thez press. There's one. Rock responds with a neck breaker. There's two. And then I've got written on my notes, that's enough of that wrestling shit. Let's do some brawling. So we brawl, and then we brawl, and then we brawl some more. We brawl to the entranceway. Rock uses a fire extinguisher, and they brawl on the actual entranceway bit. Austin gets a suplex on the steel concrete. Rock knocks the entrance set over because he's whipped into it. Austin chokes with a cable. And then we go brawling, and more brawling until we get to the ring where Austin, they both brawl into the ring. Austin gets Rock and launches him to the outside so we can do some brawling. On the outside, obviously, fucking stupid. Up onto the managed announce table where Rock gets the rock bottom. Rock goes on commentary for a moment. Shane chucks a chair to Rock, but Austin stops him from using it and we brawl into the crowd. God damn it. Back to ringside where the English announce table is prepped. In a truly classic Attitude Era moment, Rock gets a camera and starts filming Austin, who's down on the English announce table. But when he spins around to film the crowd, all the crowd like, hey! He turns around, Austin gives him the finger, puts him through this, gives him the finger, does the stunner on the announce table. It's fucking great. And yes, if anyone used to watch UWW, me and Danny Ace properly stole that spot in our match. I prove it. We finally get into the ring where Shane McMahon is bumped, but he's no normal referee, he's a guest referee and he's well hard, so he recovers in instantly. Instant recovery. Rock gets rock bottom, is that 5? That only gets 2. Shane brings the belt in, but heel miscommunication means he hits the Rock. Austin covers, but Shane bails and won't count. But here comes Vince, and he's got Earl Hebner with him. Is this 99 or 2000? What's going on here? And he's got the Smoking Skull belt. He takes out Shane. Rock takes out Austin with the belt himself. That gets 2 from Earl. Stunner and a belt. There's another one, 6. So Stunner and a belt shot gets the win at 17 minutes and 10 seconds. How many actual moves we've done? How many? What, 6 tops? In a fucking 20-minute almost long match. 17 minutes this one goes, 5 or 6 wrestling moves. Like, ugh. If you really like the Attitude Era style of brawling, you'll love this. But I went into this thinking to myself, I remember this match being better than the WrestleMania match. Genuinely better. I gave the WrestleMania match 2.5 stars. This is a 3-star match. It's better, but only just. It's not that special. I remember this match being really, really good, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't. There's one last moment before we give you a bit of aftermath. Oh my fucking days, how could I have forgotten this one? We see the limo. The limo's being driven. It's actually being driven about. And Stephanie McMahon's going, oh, stop, driver, please stop. He does stop. The window goes down, and the Undertaker turns around and goes, where to, Stephanie? And I'm like, oh, that's fucking awful. It's one of the worst things. One of the worst things I've ever seen. Oh my fucking days. Here's the thing, folks. I remember this show being really, really shit. I mean, really properly rubbish. But other than those 2 hardcore matches and the Intercontinental Championship match, this was a lot better than I was expected to. Watched it in 2 sittings. Majority of the matches are what? In the 2-star range. The main event's 3. Undertaker and Shamrock is 2.5. Triple H and X-Pac is 3.5. New Age Outlaws and the Owen and Hart and Jeff Jarrett is 2 stars. Openers 2 stars. It's an average show. If you want to go up to 6, you might be able to push it. But I'm going to go with 5 out of 10. Thought this was alright. Ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of Backlash 1999? Please let me know down below in the comments. I would be very grateful if you could check me out on Facebook, if you could follow me on Twitter, and if you haven't already, of course, hit that subscribe button, because we are well on our way to 2,000 subscribers. Once again, I've been Marc P. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making it for you, and I will see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys.